Hi, in this video is regarding question number 1, and I will demonstrate the inter-VLAN communication as well as the communication by the router also. So I have created two files in the packet traces, and I am opening the one, and I will demonstrate how to go for part A. And in this I have created two PCs which are over one VLAN. Here you can see that this PC is part of 15.1 gateway. This PC is also the part of a same gateway, so these two are belongs to the same VLAN. Similarly, if you can see, this PC belongs to the part of another VLAN 16.1 gateway, and this PC also belongs to the part of 16.1. So these two are part of VLAN, one VLAN, and these two are the part of another VLAN. Similarly, I have done in another switch, and this PC is part of 15.1 gateway. Similarly, this PC is also part of 15.1. So PC 1, 4, 5 and 6 and PC 0, these are belongs to the same VLAN, whereas PC 3, PC 2, PC 5 and PC 7 belongs to another VLAN. If you see the configuration of this, Ethernet 0, 1 port 1 connected to VLAN 10. Similarly, port 2 is connected to VLAN 10, port 3 for VLAN 20, and port 4 also for the VLAN 20. And from port 5, I have connected inter switch communication is through port 5. Similarly happens here. Port 1 and 2 belongs to VLAN 10, and port 3 and port 4 belongs to VLAN 20. And via port 5, these two switches are connected, and right now everything is up, you can see. So what configuration I have done here, if go through the module, if you can see that what global configuration I have done in switch settings and algorithm, I do not have changed anything. But in the switching part for the VLAN databases, I have created two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 is the name given, and the numbers given is as 10 and 20. At the interface level, I have configured, so I have assigned the VLANs to those. Like one, I have assigned VLAN 10 and it is type is access. Similarly, for port 2, it's connected to VLAN 10 and its type is access. And for VLAN port 3 is connected to VLAN 20 and type is access. Similarly, port 4 is connected to VLAN 20 and type is access. But here is one thing, inter switches connectivity, which is through the port 5, on both the side I have created as a trunk. So you can see if that the VLANs, all the VLANs are permitted here because of the trunk feature, because it will allow everything to pass through it, and I have selected here. So from the port 5, it is defined as a trunk switch or trunk port, whereas others are defined as access. Similar thing is done here. If you can see that VLAN database, I have added the similarly two VLANs over here with the same VLAN name and ID. For port 1, I have assigned 10 VLAN number as well as the type as access. Similarly, VLAN 10 is assigned to port number 2 also with type access, and port 3 and port 4 are assigned to VLAN 20 with type access, and port 5, which is through which I have connected another switch, it is defined as type trunk, and all the VLANs are permitted over here. Now for the first part, I have to ping from VLAN 10 to all the hosts in other VLAN. Now from this PC, I have gone to desktop and I have selected the command prompt. Now I am trying to ping the PC1 whose IP is 12, so I am trying to ping over from here, and I am able to do the same. So and its own IP, if you can see that its own IP is 11, so and it belongs to gateway 15.1. so from here I can able to ping 12, and now I will try to ping to another host which is connected to the same gateway and part of the same VLAN but over the another switch. So I will try to ping 15.13 IP, which is PC6. So I am able to communicate in between the switches, but this belongs to the same VLAN 13, as well as similarly for the 14. The 14 IP belongs to this PC4. You can see over here. This is the 40. So these all pieces belong to VLAN 10, and I am able to ping to each and every node. Now in the second question, it is asked, can we send data from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20? Then the answer lies with the property of the switch. If the switch is L2, then we can't communicate inter VLAN. But if the switch is L3, means it is having the capability to configure the IP over here, IP routing also over here. If it supports L3 feature, then we can communicate inter VLAN. But as I have used the switch with the L2 feature only, so I will not be able to communicate from VLAN 10 to VLAN 11. I will show you that this PC belongs to the same switch, and it is having the IP of 16.21, and I will try to show you that I will not be able to ping to it. So this 16.21 I have put it here, so I will cross check whether it is okay. Yeah, the IP is 16.21, and I will try to ping 16.21, and I am not able to ping to another VLAN. And so I need one equipment which supports L3 feature. So in this case I am using the router to do the same, and the file is created over here. I have already saved it, so I will going to open this file. This file is open now. If you can see that every interface is now going into the green, so the equipments are boot up and all the interfaces are up now. So what different I have done, I have attached another port, and it's port number 6. I have configured in this switch, and I have attached the router to it. If you can see that the port number 6, I have made it trunk, so all the VLANs are permitted over here. Now for the router, now the router is open. So what I have done over here, that I have done interface configuration over here over the same one interface. I will show. This is the node. If I get out of here, and I will show you running config, then you can see that I have subdivided further the interface 0 to 2, and I have enabled the encapsulation over here, and I have assigned both the VLANs gateway over the same interface. If you can see that the 15.1 and 16.1 also assigned to the same gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 by further segmenting it. So I have done this configuration only over this switch, router. So I will show you now. All the VLANs will be accessible from this PC. I'm going to desktop. I'm going for command prompt. It is belong to same VLAN 10. And this is belong to VLAN 11. Okay, now it got the response, and now the packet going fine. And 21 is the part of the same switch. Now I am able to access the VLAN 11 from the VLAN 11, which is right now present over the same switch. You can see the IP here. It's 16.21. Now I am able to access that, and it is 16.22. Yeah, it's 16.22. I will try to ping now 16.22. It is sending the up message right now. Broadcasted it. Now it got the MAC address. Now the ping is successful. And if I try to reach to the VLAN 11 of another switch and its IP 16.23, if I were to try to access that thing also, and it is broadcasting it right now. And now it got the MAC and now it is able to ping. If now I will try to directly ping, now there is no packet loss because it's ARP table it is having its entry. And if I will try to ping to 24, so I am now able to communicate from VLAN 10 to VLAN 11. I just want to check whether I am also able to ping within the same VLAN like earlier. So I will try to ping 12. So smooth, I am able to ping it. The VLAN 10 belongs to another switch. I will try to ping it that. It's again smooth, I am able to ping it. And the last node, which is also available over the second switch but belongs to VLAN 10, smooth, able to access. So in this way I have answered part B, that we need L3 switch or and router to communicate from one VLAN to another. And for the C part I have shown you all the nodes now able to ping by the ping test. So that's it. I will upload this video in YouTube and share with you.